also riba. But we know the Prophet ﷺ gave a better camel. Why was that okay?
It was not a condition.
Because the lender did not put that condition. And we will talk about this details. Okay.
Not in money.
Huh?
Not in money.
What do you mean?
Like you give me $100, we didn't put any condition. I can give you 120.
We'll talk about it.
But he said it's okay to be generous too.
We'll talk about it. Okay? Now, when we talk about loans, when I mention money, that doesn't mean the example I'm mentioning at hand is only applying to money. If I don't mention money, that doesn't mean that example does not apply to money. So far, unless there is an exception that only applies to money, doesn't apply to anything else, I'll mention. But everything I say applies to everything that people can lend and borrow. Alright? Everything. Okay. قول المؤلف ابن قدامة وقد تكون الزيادة منفعة أخرى كان يشترط عليه أن يسكن دارا أو يركب سيء أو يركب دابته أو يعمل له عملا من الأعمال. As I said, the riba, that the gain that comes along with a loan can be of the same type, can be a service, extra usage of his car or his whatever transport, his vehicle, whatever it is. So any time the lender puts that condition of an extra gain due to his loan, okay, that listen, I'll give you $100, but when you pay me back, you pay me my money, and because you're generous, you give me something else, or you give me a gift. All right, he wants to call it a gift, so he doesn't call it riba. All that is riba. All that. Now we are talking about the lender putting the condition. We will talk about the borrower volunteering to give extra. The borrower volunteering to give a gift along with the loan. The borrower volunteering to give a service. Alright? Okay? I'm a dentist. I borrow $1,000 from you. I pay you back and I tell you just come for a free clean, for example. Alright? You wash cars, whatever. Come, let me wash your car and you pay me. That is something we will talk about. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. And we will talk when it's okay and when it's not. Alright. First, the adillah that riba is haram, and putting this addition is clear. There is no need. The adillah from the Quran and the Sunnah are so abundant that there is no need, but we will mention a few, inshallah. Usually the generality of the ayat in the Quran. الذين يأكلون الربا لا يقومون إلا كما يقوم الذي يتخبطه الشيطان من المس. All these ayat. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وذروا ما بقي من الربا. Or you will believe, fear Allah, and abandon what's left of a riba. So all these ayat and more and more hadith are clear evidence of a riba. So far we covered the point that is the lender cannot put a condition of any gain because of his loan that he had given. Also, there's a hadith, and the hadith is weak, but some of the ulama said it's sound because of too many reports of it. That is, كل قرض جر منفعة فهو ربا. Okay, the meaning of the hadith is sahih. The meaning of the hadith is sahih, but the hadith itself is weak. Okay, but the meaning the ulama have agreed on it. That is, every loan that brings the benefit back is riba. Every loan that will give benefit is riba. But remember, this applies to the lender. This benefit applies to the lender. It doesn't apply to the borrower. And we will talk about that, what I really mean by that. Also, the Prophet ﷺ in the hadith, نهى عن سلف وبيع. Prophet ﷺ forbade two transactions at the same time. Salaf, which is lending, and bay', which is selling. And what that is, it's not allowed to have two transactions, one of them lending at the same time. Why? I cannot, let's say I'm selling this water, I cannot lend you, let's say, $100 or borrow $100 from you, and at the same time I sell you this bottle. You can do it at different times when the two contracts have nothing to do with each other. They said that is haram because if the fact you lend me money or I lend you money will affect the price I'm gonna sell you. So now, I sell it for $1 and you just lend me at $100, so I might feel embarrassed, so I will give it to you for 90 cents. Did you as a lender gain some benefit? Yeah, most probably because of the loan. You understand? To that point. Now.
And that's riba for both of them.
That is what?
That's considered riba for both of them.
Of course, when we talk about riba, when we talk about someone who's receiving, because we hear this, that it's riba, it's haram to take it. But if you're given it, it's okay. You hear that? So when he goes to buy a house, you tell him it's riba, he said, yeah brother, it's riba if I take the riba, but I'm given it. Then you're a fool. You are part of this transaction. Alright? And there is a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that he cursed آكل الربا ومعطيه. Okay? So, yeah.
Now, I understand that both of them are involved and both of them are, they will be held accountable for riba. It's just because we're speaking about the lender, in this case, that any loan that brings benefit is considered.
We're talking about the lender here. Okay? We're talking about the lender.
Because he didn't know that he's given him 10 cents.
No, if he doesn't know, it's a different story. But here we're talking about the transaction itself. Two transactions at the same time, including the lending, is not allowed. Alright? Something like that. Okay. But if the two transactions are different, if you leave me $100 at home and then later on you pass by, you need to buy water and you stop by my store and you buy the water, that has nothing to do with both. So, okay? Okay. Some of the rulings that we all need to understand concerning lending and borrowing, and pay attention to them. قرض من عقود التبرعات. Lending and borrowing. قرض. In Islam, we said it's a kind of transactions that completely out of good heart. Voluntarily, out of good heart. Which means, as a lender, I should have no intention to making some gain out of it. If that happens, then I'm violating the contract. Okay? Because we said there are uqud tabarru'at and there are uqud. It's either you do it for
labor,
out of good heart, or you do it
Benefit money.
Yeah, what did we call it?
Benefit.
Benefit. What does that mean? What did he call it?
Beneficiary.
Gain.
La.
Gain.
Beneficiary.
Beneficiary?
Gain.
بالجاري.
بالعربية.
Yeah, we call it something. What is it? You give him something, you expect something in return. Okay? Mu'awad. He wants compensation. Mu'awad. Either I give you something and I don't expect anything in return, you just give it back to me the way I gave it to you, or I give you something, I sell you something and expect something benefit. Mu'awad. Okay, awad, compensation. So since most of the ulama agree that this kind of transaction, lending and borrowing, is completely out of goodwill and out of good heart and voluntarily, and then there should be no intention of making any gain out of it. Once that happens, then we violated the contract. All right? Okay. Also, one